Last Monday, I experienced the modern day version of the washing of the feet. Monday is my day off. So I got up early and I was tying up some loose ends, getting my homily done for Tuesday morning. And my elderly mother called me. And she said, Amalia and her daughter Xochitl, our Mexican friends, are coming over today to be with us, to visit. And then Leno, Amalia's husband, is going to come later. And I said, okay, that's good. Do we need to prepare lunch? And she said, no, they're just coming to visit. Okay? So my mission was to be at my mom's house, which is an hour drive south in the burbs. So I tied up everything I could, got all my work done. I don't like to work at her house on my day off. So I got everything done, and I'm driving down there, trying to get there before noon. And as I'm driving, I'm thinking, maybe I should stop by the Mexican store, and get some really good hot food for everybody. But something told me not to do that, just play it by ear. Maybe they are just here to visit. So I arrived at my mom's house, and my two brothers were there and another family friend at 11 o'clock. And that's when I began washing feet. I decided to clean that house as if a tornado was going to go through there. I vacuumed, I mopped, I washed all the dishes, I cleaned the counters in the kitchen, and I took care of the most important thing, of course, the kitchen table. I looked over at that table and there was germs everywhere. So I decided to go nuclear and got out the Clorox wipes. So everything was set in place just in case the whole house was clean. That was my washing of the feet. And then at about 12:30 Mexican time, our guests arrived, and they came in with food, tortillas, a whole thing of soup, homemade salsa, dessert, everything. And they said, you guys sit down, we're going to cook for you. And the only question that they had for us was, where's the comal? The comal is a steel, cast iron steel, flat, round plate that you heat the tortillas on. That was their only question. My brother went in there, gave it to them, and it was all theirs. So we're sitting in there watching TV while they're cooking. Amalia and her daughter, husband Leno will be by later. And that's when they began to wash our feet. We entered in, we had an incredible meal. And after the meal, me, my brothers, my mom, and our family friend were basically in a food coma, kind of moping around the house. And right after they had finished cooking, my mom's friend, Amalia, goes into the living room, and she sits Indian style in front of our 65-inch flat screen TV. And she begins to clean the entertainment table that the TV's on. She pulled off all the knickknacks, all the DVDs, everything, very lovingly. Some things on the right, some things on the left on the floor. She's sitting there Indian style. She's dusting everything. I couldn't get to that. I mean, I was pretty much a tornado. Unless you gave me a leaf blower, that was not going to happen. But she noticed that, and she began to clean up the table underneath the TV. And then she's dusting the TV, and I'm like, wow. I said, you don't have to do that, She says, no, I want to do that. She comes every now and then to help my mom. My mom's elderly, so she helps her out with some cleanup. And I always clean when I go down there, too. And then she actually stood on a small ladder and was dusting above the ceiling fan in the living room. And we never asked her to do this. And I was just so impressed by that act of love. I was so impressed by that modern day version of what I call foot washing in my own house, especially when she cleaned that entertainment center. It was unbelievable. In the gospel today, my brothers and sisters, we see Jesus doing something even more unexpected and out of the box than what my mom's friend did last Monday. He did the work of a slave and washed the feet of his disciples. Think about it. Jesus is God, and he did the work of a slave. Because Jesus was not there to be served, but to serve. His disciples must have been incredibly shocked. They had never seen anything like this before. Only slaves washed feet. A rabbi, a teacher, would never be washing people's feet. A non-slave would never wash anyone's feet. And here was God, Jesus, washing the feet of the disciples. And then Jesus says to them, "You also must wash one another's feet, or you will have no inheritance with me." And so today's gospel and feast, my brothers and sisters, reminds us that the essence of being Christian is expressed in the washing of the feet. And so washing feet in our time and context simply means serving others. How is the Lord Jesus calling us to roll up our sleeves and serve? For our humble service for others truly is God's love in action. And so may the Lord's Supper that we share in the Eucharist this evening continue to transform our hearts so that God's love can transform the world through all of us.